Passover, uh, when we say feast, there are only 3 feasts, but appointed times, there's 7 appointed times, plus the Sabbath. Okay, there are only 3 things that we eat in, and that's Passover meal, which is part of unleavened bread, and what's the next one? No, the other one. Yeah, Shavuot, Pentecost, and trumpet, not trumpet, the other one. Those are the 3 things. Now, listen to me closely. We're going to teach on this and break this thing down so that you can understand it. And I'm fully persuaded now that when we first started teaching Torah, the millennial reign, all the people would be back to Jerusalem. And we would have to make pilgrimage 3 times a year, especially the males, to those feasts. And we have to go to where? Jerusalem. A lot of those are memorials that we observe. Why? Because and it teaches us a lesson, and our Heavenly Father has commanded us to observe them. If I keep the Passover meal the way it was done in Jerusalem, the way it was done in the Bible. First of all, you got to have a lamb without blemish, and let the lamb live in your house for 3 days, and treat the lamb with love and kindness. Then you got to roast the lamb between the eves. Yeah, you got to kill him. Yeah, don't put him in that light. You got to kill him. And then you're supposed to do that at the temple or the place where Yah has put his name. Now we have an issue here. The Bible tells us that know you not that your body is the temple of the Most High. So there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to find out from the Messiah that we've been doing that we had to evolve or move into. So if your body is the new temple and he sits on the throne, now he inhabits our praise. When we come together as the body, this is the temple of Yah. And he sits and honors our praise. Now, in the Bible, the Jewish people are trying to build a 3rd temple. I don't see that in the scriptures. Tell me, have you seen it, Brad? Y'all seen it? Nate, have you seen that in the scripture? What? The 3rd temple. Commandments to build the 3rd temple. And second of all, so we had seen it, right? Second of all, is that Israel is supposed to, if it was to be done, to do it. And Levites, who are without spot or wrinkle, if that's true. The 3rd thing is that it's supposed to be in Jerusalem. They don't even know what the true Jerusalem is.
Exactly. Right.
So what do? Do we try to duplicate that? No, we observe it as a memorial and teach it. Don't let them folks online tell y'all not to do that when all through the scriptures has been done. And all through the scriptures, it's been, Passover was kept by the apostles in many places. Paul did it in Troas, Ephesus. It was done in captivity. It was done in the wilderness. And so then you wait till I'm going to do a little teaching on the appointed time before Noah. I mean, not Noah's the other boy that was lived in the simple city, Lot. You're going to see that during the time when the angels came, they were eating unleavened bread. So, well, the Torah has existed because the Torah is eternal. If Yah is eternal, the Torah is eternal. If his son Yahusha is eternal, the Torah is eternal. So the Torah existed. And Yah shared it with his people in Genesis. He shared it with Noah. He shared it, instructions. We're talking about the 10 Commandments. All the instructions. He shared it with Abraham. He shared it with many of the patriarchs. But then he commanded Moses to write it down on tablets so that we could read it. Right? And then he told Jeremiah a little later on That same thing that we got at Mount Sinai, guess what it's going to be? Written on the tables of our heart. So if it's written on the tables of our heart, and we are the temple, it's important that we study the Torah and learn the Torah. This is why we teach repetitiously the same thing over and over and over again. Because this is real. This is not a show. This is not a real. Jenny, Daddy, Nate, Brett, all y'all in the military, right?
Yep.
How many times did we go over things? Or a new learning, a procedure? How many times did we go over?
Till it was embedded into
Till it became second nature to us. And see, y'all mess around and got a military man teaching it. Some of you also using biblical military principles. So if I teach you something over and over again, man, it's for a reason. I want to also tell you that I always, since 1991, have gone before the Most High and asked him to direct my teacher. What is it that the people need? What do you want to teach? And I get quiet and let him do it to me. So, and then every time you think of something to teach, I promise you, you don't have that rhythm, that smoothness. You'll have something that might excite the flesh of the crowd, but you don't have that anointing that's supposed to be there. And so that's why all of you who have a calling, seek him before you teach anything. Get quiet. And one of the things I told y'all a long time ago, one of the hardest things to do is he tells you don't move from this, and the people say I'm tired of it. You can read about that in Moses, with Moshe. Moshe, same thing. They complained, they got tired. Why are we doing this? Why this happened? And y'all had to rebuke him. And y'all was so loving in his rebuke that some of them he burned up in the earth. He threw them, the earth opened up and got rid of. Some of them he gave leprosy to because they were interfering with what he had instructed. So this is a teaching moment for you. We walk by emunah. We walk by faith. We don't walk by performance. We don't walk by the acceptance of people. We don't give the people what they want. You give them what they need. Now, you want to take up a good offering and want to pick it, guess what we'll teach you? Something that you want. When I say want, something that appeals to the flesh. Now, in the near future, what I want you to do is write down questions and write down topics and things in the Bible that you've always had a question about. And we're going to make sure we, as teachers in here, deal with it and teach it so that you won't leave out here confused. Somebody asked me one time, what was the meal that the Messiah had before he was crucified? Isn't that the Passover meal? No, that's what the Catholics call Last Supper. That was his time with his people to sit down and eat a meal with them and tell them what was getting ready to happen. They crucified him the next day between the eves. They took his body down, they buried him. And the Passover meal started that night. Started that evening at twilight. The Bible says twilight. It's right at dusk. We call it dusk dawn. And so next day, the very next daytime was Passover. Unleavened bread. Unleavened bread was for 7 days. Unleavened bread this year, we have the Passover coming up on next Shabbat. And it's at twilight or at 6:30, dusk dawn, or whatever you want to call it. And which is going into on the 24-hour clock, is going into the next day. So the next day or the first day of the week. But I'm going to encourage you to get your family together on the first day of the week, unless y'all want to come back here again on the first day of the week and have a meal together to commemorate the beginning of unleavened bread. Because the Bible says on the first day, you consecrate yourself together and assemble together. That is a Sabbath also. So if you want the day before, if you want to buy, like the day before, the day before, put it like this. That's up to you. I'm just have to prove it. But get on that day and have a meal together and Read the scriptures about unleavened bread. Talk about it. Unleavened in the Bible, read it and dissect and have a discussion among your family about the importance of leaven and unleavened. Y'all do know the difference, right? Leaven is sin and being puffed up in pride. Unleavened is being walking in obedience and humility and not being puffed up. Okay. This week, when that week comes, you'll want to get all the stuff with yeast. You won't do that. We used to get it all around the house. It said remove it. But what we do now, we just don't look at it, don't mess with it, and we eat 11. But this year, Marsha, I just got through talking to Brett. I'm going to talk to you. I don't want to eat matzah for those days. I want to eat unleavened bread that we made. I know it's fine. That's right. The way you want to eat it with dates or honey or molasses. So just want to share this with y'all. Ain't done it now. This is real important. Don't say I didn't hear Pastor. What did he say? I told you. And then you go to Leviticus 23 and just do this thing. So we're getting, listen, I got you, baby. It's a process that we're going through. It's a journey. You don't get it right the first day. When you was in the first grade, you most of us, all we can do is say, see John, see Jack, run. See Spot, run. Run, Spot, run. Jill, sit down. You couldn't read on the level that you did. Here's guess what happened? You grew. You learned more. You couldn't keep the type of conversation that you have now. You understand? So this is a journey. Be patient in your journey. Don't put pressure on folks because they ain't got it right. Don't put pressure on folks. Now, I want to share this with you before we get started today, before worship. And I'm going to wait till everybody gets to talking so y'all all can hear me. Okay. Listen to me close. And I'm speaking as a father and an elder. When teaching is going on, if you have something to say, whisper. What did I say? You couldn't talk out loud in church years ago. We sometimes, we can't use our liberty and abuse our liberty. So if there's a question that you have, and if he said, what did he say? Raise your hand instead of hollering at somebody next door saying, what did he say? That's why Shaul told them women to shut up. He just raise your hand and say, what did you just say? Is that better? How would you like husbands and wives to be consummating your marriage and somebody come in there talking out loud while y'all doing your thing? Or your children coming out saying the Star Spangled Banner while you and your husband loving each other. This is an intimate time with the Most High in learning. And we're not telling you to be zombies and clones of Dr. Frankenstein. We're steadily just asking us to show respect for one another, because I promise you, when your time to talk to somebody, to instruct somebody, whether it's in here or at a place, and somebody walk up and start interrupting you, you'll be wanting to fight. Am I being mean? Am I being fair? Yeah. Okay, so learn to whisper. And if they can't whisper, do like the women used to do. Get a sheet of paper, write it down, and pass the paper. And then answer back with the paper. Y'all remember that, do you? My mama used to do that. And so these are things that we need to do. And I'm speaking in love to share with each other. Because if China was saying a love song to someone and wooing her, and he got her eyes and her undivided attention, and I walk up and say, Tommy! First of all, Sonny gonna say something. He had the woman, and now you talk. And then respect and honor one another. That makes sense? Hallelujah. Y'all sound like a loving father.
Yeah.
Y'all get it with the beach. Y'all. What you in there, Tommy? Be seen and not heard. Y'all don't remember the days. We could come in the room and we had to smile. And if adults was talking, you just come in there. And when they tell you to leave out, you left out. And if you said something, y'all don't remember. You probably don't remember this happening to you. But on 2 occasions, when adults was talking, I got comfortable. And over one of them, better slaps. And my face vibrated for at least 30 seconds. From how she slapped me. She didn't give me a warning. She just slapped me. And looked at me, that look, you know better. I done told you. And she didn't have to say it. She spoke to your mind. And you picked up her thoughts. And you said, so, just sharing a little wisdom and love with you today. And we're going to worship. Yes, baby. Oh, baby, I have a question.
I just want to ask something is a concern. And since everyone is doing their own thing this year, are the ones who's going to move up. And usually we do a Seder meal with the lamb shank bone and bitter herbs and all that. Still going to do it like that, or are we not doing it?
We're going to tell what each thing represents. Okay. We're not going to do all the ritualistic long stuff that we normally do. We had already got it down to about an hour and a half. So we're just going to tell the story, share the story, talk about it, answer any questions.
Okay, are there going to be bitter herbs so people might set up their case?
Everything that we normally have that we talk about, ain't nothing changed on that. You see what I'm saying?
So they don't have to particularly ask the questions to me. Each table does not have to have their own shape on. You'll have one here show to represent, right?
Everybody's going to eat something. They don't eat the shake bone. They don't have to have the shake bone.
Okay.
Okay, but they can have that other stuff on their plate that we eat, the bitter herb, the haricet, all that stuff like that. So we can talk about that.
Okay, because be glad and shady, because I suppose that there will be something to be put on their table. So that's why I'm asking. Everybody's table is coming.
Oh, okay. And the only thing that's changed, is the ritual, and instead of trying to imitate somebody, let's do it and expect. That whole Seder, which means order, that whole Seder was invented by the rabbis, the Talmudic rabbis.
Right, that's why
yeah. So the Seder was. Now, they call it the order, but we're going to do it, but we're going to talk about each thing. And listen, they don't have to taste it. We can put it on one plate and talk about it.
Right. Yeah. So then everybody else will do the same.
They don't have to have it.
Okay, so then the other thing, the lamb, according to the word, it says that whoever decides to bring lamb, it needs to all be eaten that night.
Okay, so don't overbuy. If you're bringing lamb, don't overbuy lamb. Now we didn't roast the lamb, and we didn't do all of that. We're not actually doing the original Passover. No, listen to what I'm saying. We didn't go through the whole process of going and getting a lamb, put him in your house, let him stay there 3 days, and then roast him. You can't separate that. You see. If you're going to do the actual feast. But in serving lamb, if you want to serve lamb, get enough lamb to eat up. And I promise you, before that day is over, all the way these young men eat, the lamb will be gone. It won't be none taken home. So that's getting close. That's getting close. And listen, y'all, it ain't no correct way to do this. It ain't no wrong way. It ain't no right way. With the model was placed out. Everybody followed that model, but there are people doing all kinds. Some people had rap doing Passover and jamming doing Passover. That ain't us. You hear me? That is not us. This is a sacred time. It's a memorial time. It's a time of being thankful of Him bringing us out of bondage and being thankful for bringing us out of sin, bringing our ancestors out of bondage. It's a time of thanksgiving, praise. It's a time of remembering what they went through, remembering what we went through, so that we know who we are. And it honors him that he told that we're obeying him. And it also prepares us for a future time with him. Because they are rehearsals.
Right.
Yes.
So just a quick question from an online thing. She asked, do we have to eat lamb?
No, you don't have to eat lamb.
No.
You don't have to eat lamb. All right.
Hallelujah.
Because it's a memorial and not replicated Passover.
Yes. Right. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. All the glory belongs to Yah.
Yes, it does.
This is the reason why we're doing it. This is the reason why we're being obedient. This is the reason why we're studying the word. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All the glory belongs to you, Father.
Hallelujah.
Bless you, Father. All the glory belongs to you. All the glory belongs to you, oh God. Yes. All the glory belongs to you. All the glory belongs to you, oh God. Yes. All the glory belongs to you. All the glory belongs to you, oh God. All the glory belongs to you. All the glory belongs to you, oh God. Yeah. All this thing belongs to you. All the glory belongs to you, oh God. Oh, hallelujah. All the glory belongs to you. All the glory belongs to you, oh God. Belongs to you, oh God. All the glory belongs to you. All the glory belongs to you, oh God. All the glory belongs to you. All the glory belongs to you. Oh, we are. All the glory belongs to you. All the glory belongs to you. Oh,
We are honored. We are grateful that you are our Yah, that you are our sovereign, that you are our Abba. We are grateful. You are awesome, awesome Yah.
Yes.
Thank you for your holy Sabbath that you gave us as an inheritance, that we may rest in you and your word. Our mighty King.
Hallelujah.
We love you so much.
Hallelujah.
We thank you, Father. Thank you. Hallelujah.
Are you grateful? Are you thankful?
You've been faithful and merciful for my sins. You forgave. Hallelujah. I will sing to you all glory. I will give to you. I will never praise you enough. Hallelujah. I am for all the things you done for me. You've been faithful and merciful for my sins. You forgave me. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I will sing to you all the glory. I will give to you. I will never, hallelujah, praise you enough. Hallelujah. I Oh, my sins, you gave me glory. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Bless you, Yahweh. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
You please. Hallelujah. You Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Who's going to teach them for a little while? Okay, good. I don't want them to just be in back there, because I know they're going to go outside and get some air, but they need to be instructed. Okay. You need to be instructed.
And those older kids, if y'all gonna take them outside, they can come back in here.
Huh?
They can come back in here. The older kids can come back in here.
Who's taking?
Okay, but the rest of them can come back in
the
here.
word. Yeah. Let me tell you why. Because man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of Yahweh. And until, we have to adapt while we're doing these things. The way our youth have been attacked so bad now, at least we need to be planting seeds. I know y'all do as parents, but still they need to know how to do this, because who's going to carry it on after we're gone?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? They need to know how things run. They need to know this. And so we're not a kindergarten. Before I go any further, I said that contributed with Sister Lee. She's doing a good job with the children. And Kayla's helping, and whoever else is helping also back there. So let's lift Sister Lee. She's sick and Jacob is sick. So we lift them up in prayer right now and ask y'all to heal their bodies in the name of Yahushua. We lift up the Duran family. She's pregnant. That we're in touch with them.
She's
having them things, but she got a baby.
Contraction.
She's about to have a baby. And so the baby was supposed to be doing in what, April? May. But things are happening now. So keep them lifted in your prayer. We lift them up before God for his will and his timing to be done in the birth of this new warrior that's coming into the earth. There's somebody else we're supposed to be praying for. Who? Pray for, y'all hadn't met Mama V lately. Y'all met her years ago when we were a Christian church. She was here when Bernadine gave the QXI machine. So we lift her up in our prayers. It's important that we pray. And I would love to see some of y'all on the prayer line on Tuesday nights to help us pray. Even when they go back on there, Marcia and I still pray. Okay. You may have family members that need prayer. And we don't want to come on the line just when we need somebody to pray for. We want to be people that pray for. He said, I sought for a man that would take up the head.
Yeah.
He looked for somebody to pray and somebody to stand in the gap. So if you, and on Tuesday night, we're having a ball on Tuesday nights with the teaching. We finished up Shaul this last teaching. We taught the New Testament, the feast in the New Testament. Because they've been telling you that you don't have to do it. But all through the New Testament, we see where they observe the feast. That was after the Messiah was resurrected. I mean, after he went into heaven. So these are things that we come on Tuesday night. We only do about an hour and a half. And start learning this and teaching. Because that you want others to do and want others to get from you, you must also do it for yourself and unto Yah. That makes sense. Because somebody else we're supposed to be praying for. It's a real serious thing. And I don't know why that's the main reason I call. We want to thank y'all for this young man going through his surgery, his procedure. And he's still alive. Yes. So we thank y'all for that. We want to thank and keep my elder, Papa Thomas, in your prayers. That he be strengthened daily. He's doing good. He had another little episode a week or two ago. But he's doing good. Keep him lifted up. Keep his wife lifted up. She's elder. Keep each other lifted up. Please do. All right. Yes, somebody else to pray. Okay, this is more important than anything today. It's for us to pray. He said, pray without what?
Ceasing.
Okay. So right now, Brother Brett's going to come on and continue in the teaching that he was doing. Who? Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. That's important also. Bring the children up here. They need to hear that. This is something that should be embedded in us. Hear, O Israel. The word Shema means hear, obey, and do. So when you hear somebody say, he just say, listen, now you know how we are, and human beings are by listening. They hear what they want to hear. But when you hear it and then do it, guess what? You're acting it out. It's happening. Okay? Wow. Never mind. Will you stand for the Shema, please? Go ahead, babe.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hear, O Israel, Yahuwah Elohim, Yah is one. Yes. And you shall love Yahuwah your Elohim with all your heart, and with all your might. And these words which I am commanding you today shall be in your heart, and you shall impress them upon your children, and shall speak of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. And you shall bind them as a sign on your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes. And you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
All right, you can take them back there and teach them and share Torah with the young folks. Y'all came up to do the Shema. Young folks don't. Let me speak your brain. That means we'll tell you why we going back and forth. But if somebody has some money for you or the latest Nintendo game or some nights, y'all will go back and forth all day long. Just
Better know and tell the truth.
So this is important. This is your future. This is your destiny. Okay. Now, who's being taught? The little kids being taught. Grown kids, y'all stay up here and get the word. The baby kids getting taught. All right. With all that, Papa Yahuwah, blessed are you, King of the universe, who has sanctified us with your commandments and then commanded us to engross ourselves in the words of your Torah. And we thank you for your word today. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right, y'all listen up. Before we start to teach you, this is just something to think about. All right? Doesn't require any comments now. That's why I said think about it. That's what I'm thinking about.
Right.
Question yourself, and you have to be honest with yourself. Am I actually studying? Am I actually reading his word? Okay. Am I doing it daily? Everybody, now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to qualify my statement. I'd like time to study every day. I'm tired. I'm tired. But I study first thing in the morning before my day starts. That's the easiest time, because if I know I try to fit it somewhere in the day, I'm going to procrastinate.
Yes, sir.
And inevitably, something is going to come up that'll interfere or stray me from that. But in studying, I ask God to show me the first thing that comes out of my mouth when I pray. Show me the untruths. Show me the snares that Satan has set for me and my children and my family daily. Show the hand or mouth by which it is set.
That's good.
And move it from my path. And y'all, you know, I can't. Some of these questions just pop up in my mind, and I think about it. You have to understand, and we'll say now, this is the true age of, qualify what I'm about to say, is the true age of enlightenment for the Hebrew.
Yeah, it's true.
And a lot of people say enlightenment. There is nothing. I need to understand. There is nothing that is truly hidden.
That's right.
It's just that your eyes are closed. Because remember, you have to be given a choice to do right or do wrong. And so if it's hidden from you, the choice is taken away. So I've been thinking, because I said to all of these, because they got it hidden. No, it's in plain sight.
That's right. Hallelujah.
Now watch this. And see, this is why we have to look at the internet. Can be a Yasin, because it's so much information that even the powers that be can't continuously spread it. I think this is all y'all's plan. This is the true awakening.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Now, before, it was easy to hide things.
That's true.
Okay, our greatest source of knowledge before the internet were from World Book Encyclopedia, the Encyclopedia Britannica.
That's right.
But by the time they produced a new set, some of the information was 10 years old.
Yep.
That was still considered new. I'm saying this to say all of this, some things been popping, and this is why I said, just think about it. Just think about it. We can come back and discuss it. I was thinking that according to the word, in these last days, there are going to be a whole bunch of false prophets. So I thought about what's the difference between a false prophet and a false teacher and someone who teaches the truth. So if I listen to any of the men that we call great, that society calls great, that are great leaders, and I listen to the words that come out of their mouth, if there's nothing about the Torah and obeying the commandments, are they truly great?
No, not at all.
Are they truly leaders?
No.
Wolves and sheep clothing.
And so we have to look about those that aren't even that we haven't caught in false teaching, and step back and say, wait a minute, are you teaching what Yah said to teach, or are you teaching what you want to teach?
That's right. There you go.
I don't have to try to look for a text or anything. They're all there. You can just open the Bible and turn to a chapter, and there's something to teach on.
There it is.
For instance, let me ask you a question. Now, this is the question I want you to answer. Why wasn't Moses allowed to go into the promised land?
He disobeyed.
We know that, but why?
Yeah.
He disobeyed.
Tell what
He
he did.
disobeyed.
Because he didn't trust you.
We know that, but what happened?
Well, he struck the stone with his staff to get water for his people.
Was he told he hit it?
No.
No.
I don't know.
Okay.
I was thinking, I read he was told to get it, but I might forget.
No, okay. This is so you understand, and I'm in. That's what I'm studying right now, and I looked this morning and I said, man, all the stuff that he went through, all the pressures on him, and y'all punished him for that.
Yeah.
When I watched this, Moses had doubted Yah on every turn from the time they were in Egypt.
That's right.
Yeah.
He said, go speak to him. I can't talk to him.
You know I can't say it.
Trust me. I'm gonna give you what to say, Mama. I control everything. I can't do it. Come on, Aaron. Can Aaron speak for me? The significance of that, he took, now you have to put everything in perspective. See, we're looking at the Israelites like they had a great relationship with Yah the way we do.
Oh.
They didn't know him. They were introduced to him in the journey, and he continued to prove himself over and over again, and they continued every time the least little thing happened. Sound familiar? They turn away and say, man, why y'all bring us out? We were slaves, we were being oppressed, but we had food. All right, so he said, okay, I'm gonna show you how great I am. And you had so much meat that it rotted. So much meat that you didn't have nothing to eat. Now, I don't know, but from what I understood, you can make just about anything out of mountain. I mean, it had to have tasted good. It had to have been sustaining and fulfilling. Guido, what's wrong with you, man? He looked like a little Italian mafia dude.
You act like one too.
But
you ain't no baby no more.
But y'all, I mean, think about that. So this is what I was getting to. Now, in this dark age for us, the truth had to be taken away for a time, but it was always there. That's why I've always, as we look at the King James, we look at these, not the Mormon Bible, not the Jehovah's Witness Bible. But if you just take the King James, yes, there are some inconsistencies. Yes, there are some things left out, things added. But I have yet to read a scripture in the King James Bible that I did not understand.
Come on now.
That did not speak the truth. And like I always tell people, if you just go through the scriptures. It gives you a description of Yeshua. It even gives you a description. Who was it that saw Yah?
No, that's one of the prophets.
One of the prophets.
Yeah, was it Isaiah?
And he described him like the description of
Yeshua. Yes, he did.
So you're reading all this. You're reading Deuteronomy 28, 29. You're reading Malachi. You're reading Leviticus. How did we get so far and so wrong? Exactly. You've been taught and we have not read. We have not studied. Hold on. We have not read, and we know that television is a part of it. But see, before television came into it, and I came across something. This is what I'm getting to. I didn't mean to get off there. This is what I'm getting to. Frederick Douglass. See, we do understand that history. Now, history was scrubbed. What happens when somebody scrubs history? Like if I want to scrub myself from the internet, I can take all information about me and just remove it.
Right.
And it's done daily with different people. All right. Frederick Douglass gave a speech in 1852, basically saying, why should the slaves celebrate the 4th of July?
Right.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And Psalms 1. And we're going to spend the earth space is not that long.
137.
Psalms 137.
And what?
Psalms 137.
Okay.
And it's only 9 verses.
Okay. By the rivers of Babel, there we sat down and we wept as we remember Zion. We hung our irons upon the willows in the midst of it, for there our captors asked us for the words of a song, and our clamorings for rejoicing, saying, sing to us a song of Zion. How can we sing the song of Yahweh on foreign soil? If I forget you, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget. Let my tongue cleave to my palate. If I do not remember you, if I do not exalt Jerusalem above my chief joy. Remember, O Yahweh, against the sons of Adam, the day of Jerusalem, who say, lay it bare to its foundation. O daughter of Babel, who are to be destroyed, blessed is he who repays you your deed, what you did to us. Blessed is he who shall take and dash your little ones against the rock.
Now, I want you to understand that he read that in reference to slave. Now, take those words. Does it not sound like the plight of the slave in America?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Your captors are mocking you, asking you to sing.
Mm-hmm.
Sing for us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Paul Robeson, at the turn of the century, also sang that. Psalm 137. See, we think that we are the ones who are waking up now. But if you look at history, there have been factions of Hebrews all the way back to the turn of the 19th century.
That's right.
That's good.
We knew. But you see, to control someone, you take away who they are. So there